Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about. We got, of course, the mock draft. I'm doing first round, second round, and third round. This is my 4.0. Yeah, 4.0 mock draft. So this is the last one. As you guys know, the draft is on Thursday. So tune into this right here, and about to be crazy. It's gonna be a long ride, so I'm not gonna try to get too much on the intro. I'm just gonna dive right into it. I'm gonna do that right now. In the first round of mock draft, as you see on the screen, of course, I went, of course, Titans get the Cam Ward, of course, the first pick. That's a good pick. I think the Titans going to go quarterback. I think Cam Ward probably the first guy to take off the board. And quarterback, to get Cam Ward add to Titans, that'd be nice for them. I had Travis Hunter go to the Browns, the second pick, of course. Receiver, cornerback. He said he want to play both. He said if he can't play both sides of the ball, he said he won't play football at all. But we know that's just talk. He's not going to quit the football course. But I think the Browns will be a team that be definitely willing to let him play both sides of the ball and kind of test things out. I don't know what he'll be able to do. If he'll be able to do it at a high level. Maybe one side of the ball may be high level, the other side might be solid level. But maybe both be elite levels. You never know. It's first time for everything. Maybe you need somebody to go out there and break things up and like change things up. So maybe he's the guy who does it like that. So we'll see if Travis Hunter could do that. I had the Giants take Abdul Carter, edge rusher, of course, from Penn State. Had the Patriots take Will Campbell, offensive tackle from LSU, probably one of the best tackles in the draft. Of course, big up front, and gonna be shutting some stuff down like that. Does a good job at recovering like that. If he does get beat, good pass protector as well. Good at recognizing different getting stunts and stuff. And all things that happen, like teams that do crazy things. They like to go out there and add, like different stuff to blitzes and try to mix it up a little bit. He has good IQ and how to recognize those things and how to stunt those as well like that and hold up and be an anchor in the pass protection as well. So Will Campbell going to be very good. So I had the Patriots take him at 4. Had the Mason Graham, big D lineman, go to Jaguars. And then I had the Shedeur Sanders go to the Raiders. It was one of the good picks as well. I think Shedeur Sanders going to the Raiders is going to be nice. I think the Raiders, of course, have Geno Smith. They got him. They extended his contract, of course, a few years. But I think the guaranteed money stopped after, was it 2026? I think so. I think 2026, the guaranteed money stopped after that. So they possibly could maybe sit Shedeur Sanders behind him for a few years and then, hey, take over for Geno Smith. We heard Tom Brady before. He's been raving about how different teams and they don't go out there and trying to build the guys up and set them up for success. They've been talking about that, going different stuff. I remember he was on the ESPN talking about that with Stephen A. and mentioning a lot of different things about how quarterbacks get thrown out there to the fire nowadays. So he probably be all for Shedeur Sanders sitting behind, especially a guy who he's been helping and giving cues to and help train and stuff like that as well. So I think him sitting behind Geno Smith a little bit, learning and then taking over and building them up like that. I would hope, as a personal, for Steelers fan personally, I would hope Shedeur Sanders goes to the Steelers, but I think he'll get past him. I think he'll get taken by the Raiders. I heard a lot of stuff like Tyler Shaw getting taken before Sanders and Jackson Dart. Like Tyler Shaw is 25 years old, gonna be 26 when the season starts. He was in college when I was in high school, and he was in college for quite some time, like 6 years, 6-7 years. He was in college when I was in high school, playing quarterback. I know he has injuries and stuff as well. He played pretty good last season, but I feel like, I ain't saying he'll be bad quarterback, but I feel like he doesn't have the same potential that Shedeur Sanders had. Jackson Dart is cool too as well, but I don't think he's better than Shedeur Sanders. But I think he'll have a good career. But I don't think he'll be better than Shedeur Sanders in the sense I feel like Shedeur, the accuracy he had, the numbers getting better and better and better as well too. From Jackson State, then getting to Colorado and playing at a high level, kind of turning those franchises around in a sense as well. I think he's very good. So and he had those intangibles you can't teach as well too. So I think Shedeur Sanders would be nice at number 6. 7, I had the Jets take Armand Mebo, offensive tackle. At Panthers go Jalen Walker at number 8. Big time edge rusher Jalen Walker gonna be nice. He's gonna be very versatile as well. They can play on ball and off ball and do different things for you. I had the Saints take Kelvin Banks. I had the Bears go Ashton Genty. I had 49ers go Jahad Campbell, linebacker from Alabama, of course. I had the Cowboys go to Terry McMillan, T-Mac. T-Mac, 6'5" receiver, playmaker receiver. The Cowboys need another guy on the other side. They need to add some more weapons around, of course, on their offense. He lost Brandon Cooks. Ralph Gallup been gone for years. CeeDee Lamb last year, you've seen him play and perform, but you need another guy on the other side to help him. Get some pressure off on that side right there. I think a guy like T-Mac, 6'5", big target out there, playmaker with the ball in his hand. He make big time plays. Seen him do it at Arizona many times. I think adding him to that locker room with CeeDee Lamb on the other side will help things out a lot. That Prescott being a quarterback as well, it will definitely put the offense a lot more. I also had Dolphins go Will Johnson, of course. I forgot to mention Ashton Genty one. Ashton Genty, I had the Bears take him, but I want to discuss that a little bit. The Bears, of course, you got DJ Swift there and stuff as well. Caleb Williams got he got some targets to throw the ball to, Rome and all the different guys that throw the ball to, Cole Kmet and stuff. I think adding Ashton Jeanty to the roster would be nice for him. I feel like he did a lot too. Like sometimes he did a little too much with the ball. Like getting a running back who is an all-down type of running back. Because DeAndre Swift is cool, but he's more about the change of pace type. You put him out there and different like gadget type stuff. But Ashton Jeanty can be an all-down bell cow back who you can give the handoffs to, and you can run that ball with, like that. He can be a Saquon Barkley type of if you live up to potential, of course. And he can be a Chris McCaffrey type, if you live up to potential as well, like that. Going out there and just playing some pretty good football and just making plays like that and like taking a lot of pressure off your quarterback. I think that'd be good. So the Bears go running back at number 10, take pressure off Caleb Williams and stuff, and it might probably add an offensive lineman, of course, as well later in the draft and make some things up. Moving on next though to my 13th one. Or discuss T-Mac with 12. On Dolphins, I had the Dolphins take Will Johnson, cornerback from Michigan. He lockdown corner. Like he plays very good. Most of the cornerbacks nowadays, like I mentioned many times on this channel, they have the long arms as well, like that, the ability to contest the stuff in the air. He has good IQ and he's a good tackler as well. He's not afraid to get his hands up dirty as well. Like I see him do some blitzes in. Sometimes I see him like go up there with those screen passes and just blow up the blocks as a cornerback and just go out there and make a tackle and stuff. He had forced fumbles as well, so he plays pretty tough as well. So he'd be nice to be on the Dolphins. I had the coach, especially if the Dolphins might be getting rid of Jalen Ramsey as well, so he might have to get a replacement. I had the coach take Tyler Warren at 14. I had the Falcons take Michael Williams, edge rusher, at 15 for Marshall. I had the Cardinals go Matthew Golden, another receiver on the other side of Marvin Harrison. Now I hope the Cardinals, and personal reasons, if the Steelers don't get a quarterback, I'm hoping the Cardinals don't do too good. The Steelers don't get a quarterback in this draft, so Kyler Murray can be available like that. But and in terms of like them adding weapons, of course, perspective like that, I think adding Marvin Williams to one side, Marvin Harrison on one side, then you have, of course, I almost forgot his name, Matthew Golden on the other side, speedster. I thought that opened up a lot more. Kyler Murray have more targets to throw the ball to. You got your big tight end, McBride as well. Now James Conner is still there as well. Maybe add another running back as well to pair up with him. I think that'd be nice to open the offense up a little bit more. Where I'm at. Number 17, I had the Bengals take Mike Green. I read that one out. Yeah, I already did that one. No, I did the Michael Williams. Yeah. I messed myself up. I had the Bengals take Mike Green. I had the Seahawks take Emeka Ibuka and the receiver over there. They got Cooper Kupp, of course, via the trade. He was a trade, right? No, he was a free agent. He was a free agent. I think they released him like that at one point. So they had Cooper Kupp. They already have, of course, JSN, but I had another receiver over there. Emeka Ibuka would be nice. I had the Bucks take Jada Barron from Texas, cornerback, of course. I had the Broncos take Colston Loveland, tight end. I had the Steelers take Amari Hampton, running back from North Carolina. Amari Hampton, I had him go in my mock draft the first round of the Steelers before. And a lot of Steelers fans probably say, no, D lineman. D lineman is great, but if you got a guy like Amari Hampton, the Steelers already interviewed him as well too. They did a little workout with him as well. You got a guy like that, Amari Hampton, available to take in that spot. You gotta take him. You gotta take a guy like that, because that guy right there is gonna be phenomenal. He's gonna be a superb athlete out there, a playmaker. He had back-to-back 1,700 plus scrimmage yard seasons, including last year, which was 2,000 scrimmage yards he had total. He played phenomenal. He's very explosive, quick, dual threat type of ability. He has that ability to fall on the threshold of being a game changer back like that, game changer player like that. The guy who can go out there and change the landscape of anything. I think he have a big plays he's making, of course, with North Carolina. So having a guy like that on your team will be very good. So we'll see if the Steelers go running back, overload the offense up. Because one thing we're struggling is the offense. The defense is cool. I know we need D lineman. We can get D lineman later in the draft. But the one thing that we've been struggling, like we've been kind of like messing up at, is the offense. The offense is one thing that we've been struggling at, not being able to stop things. I mean, not stop things. I've been up. I've been up too long, guys. I made like a few videos today. Doing this video right now, as well as trying to upload it as well. And I'm mixing this stuff up. But Steelers offense, trying to like score points. That's been the main thing. I know at one point last year in the season was averaging 28 points. I think 28 points per game, something like that. At one point with Russell Wilson, when we hit that winning streak, and then we kind of collapsed a little bit. You see, getting back down to that threshold where Burley scoring. The year before last, Burley scoring. The year before last actually was one of the worst ones. Our defense allowed 19 points, but our offense only scored 17 points. We still had a winning record, which don't even make sense. The Steelers was very weird like that. And the year before that as well, same predicament. It was like averaging 17, 18 points per game. It's been bad. The Steelers offense have been bad the past 3-4 years like that. So it's probably better for us to go out there and overload this offense, add those weapons, and try to make some things happen. I had Chargers take Kenneth Grant, Packers take Maxwell Harrison. Vikings take Malachi Starks. Texans take Josh Simmons because they traded away Larry Tunsil for no reason. I don't know why. Rams take Luther Burden. Ravens take Nick, I can never say his last name, Imawari, for South Carolina, safety. Lions take Shamar Stewart. Edge rusher, they needed edge rusher very badly. Aiden Hutchinson was the guy over there. He got injured. He missed like 8-9 games and still led their team in sacks. That's how bad the edge rusher was. They need some front seven guys. They need to add some edge rushers, some linebackers, all that type of stuff. I also had maybe receiver too, maybe. I have the Commanders take James Pierce Jr., edge rusher. Bills take Derek Harmon. Chiefs take Josh Cornley Jr., offensive tackle. And I had the Eagles take Donovan. Ize Ruaku. I think I got it right, actually. Edge rusher. So, yeah, so that's my piece right there. I think he's from Boston College, yeah. That's my piece right there for the first round right there. So let me know what you think about the first round. And now I'm going to dive into the second round as well. I should have these time stamped, too, so it'll be easy for you to jump back and forth. Okay, round two. Round two, we have the Browns taking Jackson Dart with their pick. I had the Browns take, of course, Travis Hunter in the first pick right there. So they had the Jackson Dart right here at their first pick in the second round. Had the Giants go Walter Nolan, from Mississippi, Ole Mississippi, Ole Miss. Had them go there. The versatility lineman who can play different spots of the line and stuff. Do all type of things for you. Titans had go Nick Gordon, the edge rusher. And the Jaguars go Shavon Revel, cornerback. He tore his ACL last year, so he really didn't play at all. He didn't play all last year like that, so he was one of the high-graded cornerbacks, I think, entering before that last season happened, before he got injured. He was one of the highly-graded cornerbacks entering, and he got injured. So I think he's going to be a sleeper guy, a guy who's coming back. A lot of teams may have other guys over here right now at the moment, but I think Shavon Revel is going to be real nice. He can do a lot of things for you like that. You know how to play man-to-man coverage, press coverage. He can be sitting zone, good IQ as well, good hand placement and hand skill as well, good technique. Now to play the ball in the air as well like that. We see him go out there and make plays, get interceptions and stuff. We see him on special teams make plays before too. He does all type of things. So Shavon Revel gonna be nice. The Raiders, I had to go Tyler Booker, inside with lineman. I had the Patriots go at number 6 for Trayvon. I couldn't say his name. Travion Henderson, running back from Ohio State. I had the Bears go Tyleik Williams, D lineman. I had Saints go Trey Amos, cornerback. The Bears again go Gray Zabel, inside O lineman. I had the Jets go Darius Alexander, defensive tackle. I had the 49ers go Donovan Jackson. I had the Cowboys go Isaiah Thomas, cornerback. And then the cornerback, no, the Cowboys got corners with Bland, of course, and Diggs, but they always seem to get hurt. A lot of injuries be happening. Add another guy in that group to add some more stuff, some more depth there. I had to go receiver in the first pick, so add some more pieces there. Colts had to go Landon Jackson, edge rusher. Had the Falcons go Jaren Wilson, center. Had the Cardinals go JT Tiamalo, edge rusher. I had the Dolphins go Xavier Wyatt, safety. I had the Bengals go Carson, I can't say that, some of these names. Squinsider. I see how Roger Goodell feel now. Linebacker. Had the Seahawks go Benjamin Morrison, cornerback. T.S. Sanders, South Carolina D lineman. I had the Broncos go there. He's a nice piece. He actually has a lot of potential. I feel like he could fall in the second round, kind of be like one of those guys in the second round, mid-second round-ish, and he's going to tear some stuff up like that. He's a disruptor, a destroyer as well like that. I think it might work on his technique a little bit more, and he'd be even better, but he's a very good player like that. He's going to be very good in the run game and get to the quarterback as well like that. The bull rush technique, the hand placement and stuff, chop moves. He had a lot of different styles and stuff. That's why he polished those up a lot more. He's going to be nice, so he could be a steal too. Seahawks, I had them take Ariante Erisi, offensive tackle. I had the Bucks take Priceley, these names. Iman Millian, edge rusher. And the Packers take Alfred Collins, from Texas, the defensive tackle. He's nice too in the run game and stuff as well. The Packers have a nice team. The team kind of like already well-rounded, but adding some guys up front in that front seven will help them out more depth and stuff. Chargers had to go take Radlich, inside lineman. Of course, that's from Georgia. He's a solid piece. The only thing that's kind of like a negative on him that he might fall to the second round is the injury that happened. He had a shoulder injury before. That was early in his career at college. And he had the ankle injury, some tweaks here and there and stuff. But when he's on the field, he plays very well. And he does a good job in blocking. And recovering too like that. And he does a good job recovering if he does get beat as well. He does a good job. I had the Bills take Jack Sawyer, edge rusher. I had the Panthers take Jaden Higgins, from Iowa State. And that's a big receiver as well. Playmaker as well. Played very physical pass catcher, got strong hands, like that. Go out there and just make a lot of big time plays. We've seen him make plays, like just and look at his numbers too. His numbers got better and better every year. Over 1,000 yards last season, and just being a guy to get the ball in the air. 10 touchdowns last year as well. The red zone target, red zone threat. So having a guy like Jaden Higgins on your team would be very good. I think the Panthers could definitely use a big target like that. You guys able to get? You lost Adam Thielen. No, Adam Thielen. I think he's still there. Adam Thielen's still there, I think. But you guys able to get? I think Adam Thielen's still there. You had a guy like this, had more weapons. Bryce Young did play better. He played better at the end of his at the end of the season like that. You see him going out there actually playing with confidence. We know he had talent, just playing with confidence. Got his confidence back, played better and stuff. I feel like now you can kind of build things around and stuff and get things going. At the Texans go Joshua Former, D lineman. At the Ravens go Jalen Noel, receiver. At the Lions go Trey Harris, receiver. I think the Lions could go receiver. We heard a lot of speculation, of course, about the receiver position. They already got, of course, Monte Brown, James Williams. Kind of up in the air a little bit, like they're doing different things about that. We've seen people, players post stuff and they be following them and say, oh, they don't like the team pictures no more. They don't follow the team, and a lot of scenarios going around and pick his fifth-year option up and everything's going on. So you might not extend him because he had a lot of things going off the field. He's a good player, but he has some moments on the field too, suspensions and fines and off the field, the gun incident and all the different things that happen. So I think they could maybe possibly replace him. Trey Harris, big receiver from Ole Miss. Whew, bless me. But Trey Harris, big receiver from Ole Miss. Go out there and he plays well. He plays very good. Plays very physical. He's just a dominant a player really like that. He's trying 50-50 ball to 60-40, 70-30 ball. He's a physical pass catcher like that. You have a guy like that. Hit the ball in his hands. He make plays too. Right at the catch. He gonna be nice. The AJ Browns, the DK Metcalf, he kind of fit in that threshold. He's from the same college as well. He plays very physical like that. A physical guys who not create separation, and with the ball in their hand, they just go out there and just bully cornerbacks. I think it'd be nice to have Jared Goff throw to. Steelers, I had them trade with the Commanders to get Jalen Moreau. They add a quarterback. Got to get a quarterback in this draft. So Jackson Dart was gone by the Browns. I had the Steelers traded back in the draft to get Jalen Moreau. Jalen Moreau going to be a solid piece. I feel like he can develop to what he truly is. He just sit down. He don't need to play week one. He need to develop, sit down and develop maybe over that first year and stuff and see what happens. If he can develop to what you truly going to be, he can kind of be in the threshold of his, a guy who went to Alabama before. And Jalen Hurts, and Oklahoma, of course. But Jalen Hurts was like a guy who kind of built up a little bit and became an ultimate dual threat. Being able to throw those do the things he do with the ball with his arm. I think Jalen Moreau got a great arm too as well. And also using their legs as well. I think Jalen Moreau scored 20 touchdowns last year, 20 rushing touchdowns last year, 740 rushing yards last year as well too. I know he had 16 passing touchdowns, just 11 interceptions, which was lower than what he had the year before. And Coach Saban left and things changed up. But Jalen Moreau is still a pretty good player. I think Jalen Moreau would be nice to bring in and still bring a quarterback in the second round, trip back in there to get him. I think it might not cost you too much because you're just trading for the 29th pick in the second round. So it might not be too much to get that like that. So I bring him in. I think that'd be nice. At the Bills, take Elick, A.O. Manor from Stafford, receiver from Stafford. I had the Chiefs take Brandon Swinson, edge rusher. And I also had the Eagles take Mason Taylor, tight end. So yeah, this is my round 2 right here. And I'm going to dive into the last part, which is my round 3 of the mock draft. In round 3, I had, of course, the Giants take Tyler Shaw with the first pick of the 3rd round. At a quarterback there. I thought the Giants might not go quarterback. It was kind of hyping it up at first, but I thought the Giants in the first round might go Bill Carter, build some things up. I had them pick Bill Carter. I believe second round I had them pick. Who I had them pick? It was the receiver. Another D lineman. Yes, I had the Giants. I had them take an edge rusher and Bill Carter, and I had them take a Walter Nolan, from Ole Miss, the D lineman. And then now I have them take a quarterback like that. Build the defense up. Quarterback best friends, defense and running game like that. So build that team up like that. So I had Tyler Shaw go to the Giants with the first pick of the 3rd round. Chiefs, I had them take Omar Norman, D lineman. At the Browns, take Wyatt Millam, offensive tackle. At the Raiders, take Darian Porter, cornerback. From Iowa State too as well. I think Darian. I think so. Yeah, I might be mixing him up, but I know Darian Porter is the 6'4" corner. I believe he's from Iowa State as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Let me double check. Darian Porter. I believe he's from Iowa State as well. If not, yeah, he's from Iowa State as well. Yeah, Iowa State as well. He's a 6'4" corner. He's a big body like that. He plays very physical. He tackles well, of course, being a 6'4" corner, and he moves fast for being that the height as well, like that. Knowing how to use his arm length as well. Most of the cornerbacks that size like that might get a lot of penalties from holding and being too aggressive. But I'd rather have a guy who's more aggressive than giving up 6 points. You'd rather move the sticks than give up 6. So the Darren Porter would be pretty good to add to anybody's roster. So bringing them in would be nice. The Raiders to add that pieces on defense, of course. Build the defense up. You have your quarterback in Shedeur, had him taken the first round by the Raiders, and then you add little pieces around like that, build the team up, get the core built up and stuff. Pete Carroll's there as well to get things going and kind of see how things shape out and mold out. I had the Patriots take, it's a tough name, Oluwafemi Adejo, I think so. I might get that wrong. But edge rusher, I had the Jaguars take Elijah Arroyo. Tied in. At the Saints take Jordan Burch, edge rusher. At Josiah Stewart, edge rusher, go to the Bears. You know about Josiah Stewart. I think he'd fall in either second or third round. This time I have him in the third round. I think second round last time. So kind of see how things go, what teams need. At Quinton Jukins, running back, go to the Jets. At the Panthers take Jacob Parrish, cornerback. At the 49ers take Jack Beck, receiver. Cowboys went with Marcus Mimbo at the center there. At the Patriots with Jonah Savania. Inside O-lineman, already had to take Will Campbell as well, but their O-line up. For Drake May and all those guys, their O-line up. And maybe take a running back maybe next round, but I'm not doing that fourth round here, so just die with this right here. Cardinals, I had Caleb Johnson go there, 14 pick. Texans, I had Jalen Royals, receiver go there. I had Demetrius Knight, linebacker, go to the Colts. I had Andrew Makuba, safety, go to the Bengals. I had all things 3 straight Bengal defensive picks. I felt the Bengals got to go defense, maybe offense, and defense. Everything got to be defense, really. Add the pieces in the front 7, add pieces in secondary, and kind of get that defense back solidified. I have the Seahawks go Charles Grant, inside O-lineman. I think from what school there? What school is that? Mary something. That one school they had academy place. I had the Steelers. See, that is wrong on the thing right there. Yeah, I had the Steelers take what's the name? Shamar Turner. But my thing, I had it I had it like double on here. Like on screen, you probably see it normally. But Shamar Turner, D lineman, of course, as well. Had the Steelers take him, break him, I think from Texas A&M. Gets 2 of them. It's Shamar Stewart and it's Shamar Turner, like that. D lineman, added D lineman up there up front. A guy who's solid for the Steelers to bring in. See how things go. I had the Bucks go with Kevin Winston Jr. I had the Packers go with Savion Williams. I had the Jaguars go with Billy Bowman, safety, Oklahoma. I had the Texans go with Dylan Sampson, running back. I had the Rams go with Ozzie Trapillo, off the tackle. I had the Ravens go Ashton Gillette, edge rusher. I had the Seahawks go Kyle Kennard, edge rusher. Saints go Kyle Williams. You know about Kyle Williams. I had the Browns go Jared Ivey, edge rusher. Chiefs, Tez Johnson for Oregon. Tez Johnson's nice. He's very quick, very shifty. I think he's like the adopted brother of Bo Nix or something like that. But Tez Johnson is nice. He plays very explosive. Does a very good job at making plays. Of course, when the ball is in his hands as well. So I think the Chiefs getting a playmaker like that would be nice. Rasheed Rice, we'll see how he looked. Could come off an injury. Remember Patrick Mahomes did friendly fire and took his knee out. So Zaire Worthy played pretty solid last year, but I think Tez Johnson would be a pure receiver. Zaire Worthy is nice. Don't get me wrong, deep threat type guy, but Tez Johnson is a pure receiver, a guy who can move the sticks, route running type guy, and make plays for you. I think that would fit well with the Chiefs, something the Chiefs been missing for a while. I have Ty Robinson, D lineman, go to the Eagles. At the Vikings get Denzel Burke, cornerback. I had Dolphins go Cameron Williams, offensive tackle. Giants go Harold Fannin Jr., tight end. I had the 49ers go Dorian Strong, cornerback. At the Rams go Terrence Ferguson, tight end, 37. And then last in the 3rd round, because some of these draft picks are compensatory picks. Because of the things that happen, of course. And then I had the the Lions go Jordan Phillips, from Maryland, defensive lineman with a lot of potential. I think he's 20 years old. He played some games, good enough amount of games like that, kind of a small sample size, but his potential is, you can see the potential that's there for him. Like that, he's gonna be nice. So I had the Lions go there to build that front 7 up even more. So that's basically what I have right here for my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round. I know I messed some names up, of course, here as well, like that. I was going by some players, so many players I know. And some players I don't know. Because there are some of the players like I was going based off of like what the team need. Like the Seahawks need this. I'm gonna put the best one available. Some players I do know, some players I don't know. Like that, I don't think you just go through the study and know every player in this draft. There's a lot of players in this draft, but I went with those guys right there. It's still some notable guys who I was gonna go with in the third round was Ty Felton from Maryland. Ty Felton is nice. Or 1,100 receiving yards last year, 90 plus catches as well last year. He played very good for Maryland. I think he'll be a nice addition to bring on anybody's team, but this time I have him go in the third round. I have him go, most of I have him around third round maybe, but most of like fourth round ish around that time. So I think he'll fall in that threshold. So we'll see what happens for truly, really. I mean, that's all I have. You know, that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys probably not tomorrow. Maybe on Wednesday. I mean, you see, I'm tripping to go to sleep. Thursday for the draft, which I'm probably streaming most likely live. So be on the lookout for that and come tune in for that. But that's all we got. Peace out.